Hey, welcome back to Corporate Classy, but Please Come Correct podcast. I am your host, Alberta Thomas. I am excited to be back doing podcasts again. And really, over the last couple of months, I've been really taking time and crafting my work and expending as much time possible creating content, analyzing my thoughts, processing life as a whole. Because let me tell you guys something. When I tell you life has been lifing, and I can't wait to share it with you guys and for you guys to understand, like, look, when life happens, it's okay to be able to sit in those moments, recognize what is going on, capture it, understand what's happening and how you're processing it right then in that current moment, right? But how are you gonna get out of that funk? How you're gonna elevate to another level? How are you gonna master whatever it is that you're currently feeling in that moment? And the only way you're gonna be able to do that is actually going through the process. So I am always excited to get behind my podcast, my mic. Let me tell you guys something. Shout out to Bay for getting me this mic. Listen, I can sit on my couch and record content. Like, it is the perfect thing to freaking do. I made a goal saying I was going to get my office together. I've been living behind my computer in my office the entire time. And then, y'all, listen, I started having problems with my back. I'm like, why is my back hurting right now? Can someone tell me why my back is hurting right now? And so that's what I really am excited about. I'm excited about this mic that I'm speaking in. I'm excited to be in my comfort zone, on my couch, chilling, and being able to sit behind this mic and this iPad and talk about what has been going on with me, right? And so I do want to share that this past week, I want to share my experience and why it's so important to digress and to take time away from the day to day. And I'm not just talking about work. I'm talking about in general, people that you're attached to on a regular basis, people that's in your space all the time, being able to detach yourself from being in a space like that and really taking time for yourself to think, to process, to recharge. Because I'm going to tell you, me being who I am and the person that I am very much independent. I like to move at my own beat. I got my hands in 50,000 things. I'm always doing something. And so sometimes it feels like it's a tug of war on top of the pressure that this world already placed on top of me as a black woman. And I'm going to be honest, as a woman in general, we go through so freaking much. And so I was at my peak point. This is why I say it's super important to understand when you are at that point when everything I'm laughing because now it's funny, but when I was in the moment, it wasn't funny. But I'm able to laugh about it because when you're in those moments and you none at your max capacity, like your cup is just it's overfilled, it's running over, it's just a mess. I was there, y'all. I was there a couple of weeks ago where if you would stick me with a pin or something, I would probably pop. Everything triggered me. Everything got on my nerves. Everything just, but it was so many things that factor into that and why I was feeling the way that I was feeling. So with me being in that space and dealing with the emotions, the pressures, the stress, it's like, look, I got to get away immediately. When I tell you guys I'm talking about immediately, I'm like immediately within a week or so. And so I I knew what it felt like to feel like there is no place for you to go, where everything is heavy on you and you don't know if you can pick yourself back up, but you know you're going to pick yourself back out up, but you just don't know how and what that was going to look like. And I was in that space. I was in that space where I've been beat down so much, and I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it maybe all today, but if not, it will be throughout this season. I'll get into what those pressures and what those triggers and what those things were for me, and understanding in the midst of that process. And when you do have people around you that understands where you're coming from, that can showcase empathy, sympathy, love, and support, is super, super important to me and how I live my life on a regular basis. And understanding that it could be you. Some of the pressure can be you, whether it's your partner, family, whether it's work related, all of those things. And again, for me, it was all of those things. Okay. So when I'm in those moments, it's important to make sure that I take full accountability and responsibility in myself, and make sure I stop and I halt before I allow that bad energy, that bad space, and me just being so short with everyone that I get away real fast. Because sometimes when we in those moments and we're trying to fight our way through and continue to fight our way through it, you're fighting for what? If it's nothing happening, and if nothing is going to change for you, and you're not doing anything to figure out, okay, well, why are you here? You're going to be fighting air. Literally, you're going to be fighting the air that's not going anywhere. Like, you're wasting time. So for me in that moment, let's not waste any more time. Okay. Let me go ahead and put this PTO in. Let me go ahead and disconnect from work, disconnect from my day to day, disconnect from everyone. And I would say the beautiful thing is that I adore too with my partner is that he created a space for me to detach, and for him to not take it personal. And if he took it personal, he didn't tell me, right? But that's where the empathy and the sympathy comes into place, where if your partner is telling you what their needs are and what they currently need in this moment, respect that. Give them that space and allow them to do what it is that they need to do so they can come back stronger and recharge for you and for everything else that's around them. And so, shout out to my partner again for disconnecting with me. Y'all, let me tell you a funny story. Now, he disconnected from me, right? When I tell him, like, look, I just want to go. I'm going on vacation. I don't really want to talk. I just want to be with my sister. And I don't want to talk. I don't want to say anything to nobody. He did that. And let me tell you guys, at one point, I had to pick up the phone. And I was like, wait a minute. Hello? Are we still together? Like, do you miss me? And he was like, baby, I miss you. I'm giving you the space because you need it. And you told me you need it. So I love you. You're on my mind heavy. And I want to respect that space that you need. And so I was like, oh, okay. Let me digress again, y'all. Deep breaths. Okay, he still loves me. And so that is the beautiful thing that I adore about him, right? When I do get in those moments where sometimes it's tough, and it's crazy because I'm not always there, but when I get there, it is bad, okay? And so I was in that space where, I felt so much pressure from everyone and me doing so many different things that I was kind of losing control over things and over myself, and that I was just trying to make sure everything is right for everyone else, and putting myself on the back burner a little bit, right? Not to say that's not okay. Sometimes you have to be that bigger person or just that person in general to put yourself on a back burner or just move to the side. Okay, let me rephrase that. Don't ever put yourself on the back burner, okay? Move yourself to the side a little bit just for a moment, depending on what those situations are, right? And so let me give you an example. And for me, it's the pressure of the world and everything that's around me and what I've been going through from racism, discrimination, all of these things, and intaking what I see in the world and what women go through, and always fighting, and sometimes the fight gets to be a lot, right? And it's crazy because when I sit and I think about my upbringing and I think about how I would normally handle something, like back in the day when I was still in that phase of learning and wasn't really connected to the world, not connected to anything that is happening out there, I remember being in a space where it was really like, sis, keep your head down, right? Or don't worry about it, you just do you focus on work, you get your money and all of those things. And so for me, that's all I knew. That's all I knew was to keep it very light, right? Not to fight. Just don't bring so much attention to yourself. And when you have to overcome that and you're no longer in that space, because you're connected to so much more than that, there is no silence, right? There is no silence in those moments when you've been treated wrong, when you give nothing but kindness, respect, and love to people, and you don't want anything but the best for someone. And so when you get that on top of what you see in the world and just on top of the day-to-day life, when you are wanting nothing but goodness for people around you or anything that is attached to you in any way, and you get the pressure, you get the opposite of that. Sometimes if you get in this slump where you feel defeated or you feel like, why? And so in that moment when I realized I was questioning my why, then it's like, okay, so now at this point I'm questioning what I know my purpose is in life. And I needed to take a step back to not question what the heck my purpose was, because I know what my purpose is. I know exactly why I am placed on this earth and what my mission is and what it is that I'm going to do in this life. And I know who is going to be attached to me. I know what goodness I can bring. And so in the moments when you feel like you don't have that, or you just slighted just a little bit because you're still confident, but you just feel slighted a little bit, you got to step away. You got to say, wait, no. We don't talk that bad talk. We don't talk like we defeated. We step away. And so in those moments, over the last couple of weeks, y'all, I've had so much love and so much freaking support from the flowers, from the gifts, from the cards, from my sister calling me and saying, look, you need a getaway. You need to take a getaway and digress so you can recharge yourself, because you're in a space right now that is not the space you're supposed to be in. And so when you have that support, and when my sister gave me that call and said, look, meet me in Puerto Rico, I'm like, sis, I'm on the way. I am on the way. And so it's important to understand that you gotta have good freaking people around you. Okay? I don't give a damn what color they are. I don't care They just gotta be good people. They have your best intentions. They want nothing but the best for you. They're gonna keep it real 100% of the time. And they're gonna make sure that you get what you need. And I've had that. These past couple of weeks, I've had that endless freaking support to kind of get me pushed through. From my friends, from my partner, from my sisters. I've had the support that I need from work. Okay? I had the support. And so, knowing I had all of these things was that thing that I needed to sit for a moment and understand, like, you got people that's rocking with you. And being okay, understanding that you may not get through to everybody, or not everybody is going to be your cup of tea. Because let me tell you, not everybody is my cup of tea. But I'm going to still treat you with the utmost respect and kindness until you try me. Okay? This is when we talk about, but please come correct, the title of this podcast. That's what I'm talking about. All I ask for in this life, as I am on a mission and I know what my purpose is that I have respect. That you approach me with respect. That you have respectful conversations with me. And I'm going to show you that in return. I'm going to show you that in return, even if you don't respect me. But I am going to check you, okay? And so, in these moments of me having this type of feeling, that it's crazy because I've been in a place like this before, but not to this capacity where I felt like I was losing control of the emotions that I was having. And so, the beautiful thing is, I met my sister in Puerto Rico, okay? Yes, it was amazing. Met her in Puerto Rico. We didn't really have a plan. It was no plans besides do nothing. When I tell you do nothing, I mean do nothing, y'all. We relaxed. We got tans. We got burnt a little bit. We ate some really good food. We were in the water. My sister wanted to go on the beach and work out. Yeah, she went to the beach and work out. I just relaxed and watched her work out because I'm not doing it, but I'm doing it. And so it was one of the things where I love to be near water. I love tropical places. I love being around people that I love. And my sister is one person that is connected to me at all times, but also I know I just needed to be in a space of her space because she understood me. And I know she understands what I need because she known me for many, many years, and she's seen how I've grown. She's seen how I have navigated my life, whether she agreed or not on the choices that I made. She knows me. And when you have somebody like that actually know who you are, and keep it real. When I tell you 100% keep it real, no fluff, no BS. I just learned about gaslighting, y'all. I didn't know what gaslighting was until I met my man. He was like, "You're gaslighting me." I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Okay. And he explained it. So I'm like, oh, well, I wasn't trying to do that. So, but she does not do any of that. She keep it 100% honest with me, whether I want to hear it or not, whether it's going to hurt my feelings or not. And when I tell you, you got to have real, authentic people like that in your corner. Because if you don't, then you're going to be walking around here thinking everything is good because you thought that was the best decision to make, because you thought that was good, right? Now, I'm not saying don't have your own voice, don't move at your own beat. That's not what I'm saying at all, because you should. But you do need good people around you where you can bounce ideas off of, where you can confine in, where you can get an outside perspective. If you don't have those close niche people with you, I'm telling you guys, my life coach is amazing. Who is also my friend. I can pour anything to her with zero judgment. Zero. When I tell you zero complete judgment. And based upon what it is that I'm telling her, she analyzed that in that situation, and she probably haven't never experienced a situation that I've experienced. But when you do have that outside person that understands that, okay, so you want to do this is where you at, and help you navigate those things, it's freaking important. So my thing is, like, have good people around you. Check and check on your friends. And I don't care if it's one or two, because I don't have many friends, and I'm cool with that. Okay? I have many people that's attached to me, but not to that level of capacity where I'm able to go that deeply with you. But no, you need to have good freaking people around you that's going to keep it real. And so we were able to just relax with no plans, which we normally not do. We always have a plan for what it's going to be like. I'm a very structural person, okay? But just no plans, and that felt so good, just being there where I can like take a step back, think about where I am in life, what my mission is, make sure I am staying connected to my purpose in life, and that I am thinking beyond just what I think is right and what I think is wrong. So thinking about that other person or that next thing, or thinking about, well, how did you get in this space? What got you here? Why are you here? Why do you feel defeated sometimes? Or why do you feel like somebody can stick you right now and you probably a bust? You got to be able to sit in that stuff and process it. You can't just continue to brush things under the rug, because if you continue to do that, then it's going to fester. And when it sits in you and you're suppressing those feelings, those emotions, and you're not dealing with them, or you're not trying to attack them so you can manage them and control them and probably eliminate some of them by really understanding where they're coming from. If you're not doing that internal work with yourself, then you're never going to know. You're never going to know what it's like to really, truly work on yourself. I'm telling you, it's a constant thing. I'm always learning. I'm always working. I'm always analyzing something. I'm always reading a book. I'm always learning something. I'm always being told something. Like, it's a constant ongoing thing. And it's going to always be that way until you feel you are at that place. And I would say at a higher self, like you're feeling yourself at a higher level, a next level, where you already attack all of those things in life. So now you got to continue to pour and give those things to others. And so that's why I think, like, me doing a podcast, and just when people share their stories in general, that it is going to really connect with someone. And it has to make sense. Like, your story has to be tangible. You have to be able to express things and give some practices of how you work through things, and allow people to work through those things on their own. And so it was really good to get away, y'all. I have been on PTO for 7 days. I literally go back to work tomorrow. Oh my God. But it's been good. I was able to disconnect from work 100%. When I tell you I have an amazing team that allows me to disconnect 100%. No one interrupted me. I was able to just focus on me and be in those moments and continue to create those memories that I adore and that I love. You know, when I got back And I was telling my guy, oh my God, me being away really hit home for me, and understand how important it is for me to make sure I still stay connected with my family when I'm not with my family, right? But it also gave me that sense of peace and happiness where I am able to come back home, and I do have people here that love me, that missed me, and want me to continue to be there and be by my side, and being able to celebrate me coming home. And so it's a beautiful thing that I just adore, and that I'm grateful that I have an amazing support system, that I've built an amazing support system, that I've been rocking with them, and they've been supportive through me crying, through me my good times where I'm probably stressing them out by my craziness, because when I tell you guys I am funny as hell, I got jokes for days and say crazy things, but it's really good to have that support, and I feel good about the people that I have on my side and in my corner that continues to help me get to that place where I need to be. And I'm going to continue my journey. I'm going to continue my journey to fight when things get tough. I'm never gonna let someone push me or move me out the way. I'm gonna stand firm and strong and bold in what it is that I'm doing. I'm not gonna allow anything to disrupt me, my business, my life, my mission, my goal, my purpose in life. Whether they like it or not. Like, I got things to do. Whether you want to get on board or not, that's on you. You're gonna miss out. Because I'm actually good. I'm good people. But I would say taking time for yourself, and I talk about this all the time in social media, right? I'm that girl that show you self-care, that show you self-love, making sure that you know you're worthy, that you're valuable, and that you too deserve anything that you want and need in this world. But you gotta work for it. It's not gonna be handed to you. Nothing is gonna be handed to you. And if it's handed to you, good luck. So you gotta put in that continuous work. You gotta work on yourself. You gotta be honest. You gotta be strong with what you stand in, right? You gotta have boundaries. You gotta have respect. You have to make sure people respect you. And the only way you're gonna do that is if you are approaching everything with good intentions, and that you are being positive, and that you're manifesting goodness over your business, and that you're manifesting that your life is going to be the one that you want and that you desire, and you're going to be walking in your faith and your purpose. And I manifest that a lot. Y'all, I always manifest things, okay? And I'm telling you, it works. If you speak that goodness over your life, and I said this in season 1, I'm not kidding you. If you speak nothing but goodness over your life, your businesses, your friends, your family, the good things are going to happen for you. I promise you. I've seen it work. And I've seen where it's like I had no energy to give it, where I felt as if, oh, this sucks, this is bad, this ain't gonna work. And you know what tends to happen? It sucks, it's bad, it's not gonna work. So if you can keep yourself in that positive mindset, man, life is gonna be good for you. If you can continue to make sure that you check yourself, and that you are aware of the things that you do, that you say, that could probably harm somebody else, I promise you, you will become a better person. You got to check yourself. You got to be honest with yourself, and you got to do the work. If you're not going to do the work, then you cannot sit here and think somebody else is going to follow you, lead you, latch on to you, want to do whatever it is that you are talking about doing. That's going to make not only yourself better or them better, but make this world a freaking better place. Y'all, it is so much things going on, and we're literally being distracted by things that we shouldn't be distracted by. And so if you stay connected to life and what you stand in bold in wherever you at, what is your mission? What are you doing? What are you doing in life? Outside of getting yourself together and in order, what else are you gonna do in life? And those are the things that I had to really tell myself. So again, thanks for tuning in. I'm excited to be on this journey, sharing nothing but the facts, my life, and everything that I be going through. Until next time, peace.